I figured I'd come by and wake the channel up. You know, as much as I like working in my studio, it's wild because, like, they be doing so much manipulation. Hey, Auntie Leah. They do so much manipulation with the algorithms, with the way things get out. So I figured I'd come in and let everybody know I'm working. So I'm just stopping by, giving likes. Well, that's fine because this is just a tap in because Watch It Back Ministries is coming up shortly. And I want to do something special today. I set a goal in the next live, and it's for Grace. You know, when I think about how awesome she is, it's wonderful. And after everything that people have really been trying to put her through here online, just for being next to me, sitting next to me, sitting with you guys. You know, hold on a second. Wait a minute. No, but really, like, when I think about all of the time and effort that Grace has put in to help, I know. And just so everyone knows, they're going to deny it, but he's Trevor Green. Michael Braggs Jr. is Trevor Green. And his little frickin' frack weirdo playing John Boy was Adrian Deontay Lewis. You know, the beautiful thing about me spending as much time with those weirdos as I did was that I learned their speech patterns and I knew how to trigger them. It's funny how the second that I started, right, going in on that ass and playing the recordings of what they really sound like and how they really all operated, they started speaking like themselves. You know, it's been so long since I've had to deal with anything like that. Now that we're a members only platform and we only do members only public lives, you know, with only members only participation. So, yeah, like, straight up. Straight up now, tell me, do you really want to hate me forever? Oh. Are you just having fun? I think that would be a good, like, troll remix. Straight up now, tell me, do you really want to hate me forever? Oh. Or are you just having fun? Yo, I remember when that record came out. That record, Straight Up Now Tell Me, and Nina Cherry. Oh my goodness, Nina Cherry, Eagle Eye Cherries, folk. Oh my God. Really awesome. Really amazing. Man, I almost wish I could throw like a little house party, virtual house party, dance party, and just play all the amazing records that I grew up on that really made me want to become an artist when I grew up. Bless your soul, get to know. No, it's just last night over at the paperwork party, and shout out to the paperwork party. You know, as far as collaborators go and building a rapport, paperwork is pretty amazing. Oh, did you guys see what's here? I'd like to speak with you and Storm briefly. Ma'am, I'm exposing Storm tomorrow. I just wanted to grab a statement from him. I'm filming because they were sitting there ignoring me, trying to pretend with the audience like they didn't know. And then they acknowledged me. And I didn't put the video up last night. I mean, we did pull an all-nighter. And then I went into prayer and meditation. And then I took a little nap to get up and be fresh. But just in case they were lying, well, honestly, they were lying. They were very much so lying. But you're lying and trying to line up Michael Jr. Not worth ruining your platform. Storm won't risk ruining his own. He's going to get you sued. Now, this is what the geriatric crew called, they said that this was me threatening them. Put a 1 in the chat if this looks like a threat to you. Because apparently the only time my people can get notifications or find me is when I do mobile uploads. So that's why we're here, because I wanted to let you all know, me and Grace, we're going to be doing Watch Your Back Ministries in just a few. We pushed it back for about another 40 minutes. I just wanted to make sure. I'm just trying to put a 1. Does this look like I was threatening them, really? Because I didn't even get a chance to say the 2 part. So I was going to say, put a 1 in the chat if this looks like I'm threatening them. Put a 2 in the chat if it looks like vital information. I didn't get to the 2 part. 1 in the chat if it looks like a threat. 2 in the chat if it looks like vital information. Yeah, I know. It's so a shame that everybody is like, oh my God, I called alive. You should be able to get notifications. This is what Tony from Honolulu, Tony, the former Diddy employee. Because I guess everyone missed that part when they were sitting over there with old Mickey Gale. I guess they missed all that. What this? Oh no, that's that weirdo. She did that. I must have those other pictures somewhere else. We talked about a lot of interesting things leading up until the fallout. Still waiting to hear from this guy. Oh, good. I'm glad you received your notification. So many people don't. And regardless of how it goes, whether or not Stone Paxton flakes out on me, or whether or not, I don't know. I want everybody to keep him in prayer. Because the truth is, he's got a lot to be prayerful for. Hey, Nikki, you've been a member for 4 months to the right stuff. Awesome. Good, I'm glad. And don't forget, just once or twice a week, just unsubscribe, resubscribe. Make sure your notifications are on. Make sure it doesn't put personalized. Make sure it puts all so you can get them. Because they're really playing unfair. Like when it comes to Belial, who used to work for Will Smith, the one that came out, was writing the book. Yeah. Nobody ever heard of that book. And nobody's heard from Belial since. When Belial and I first talked, he was very, very, very excited to come and do my show. And he wanted to get on the blue couch, too. I was hoping I could hook him up with that. For what? Just disappeared. Yeah, and guess what? That never happened either. There was no lawsuits on either side. But the part that bothered me the most was the fact that there was no acknowledgement of the kids I keep telling people, if you really, really, really want to get to the bottom of what's going on in this world, you got to have the heart. You really do. You can't be weak. Not in any way. You can't be afraid. Not in any way. Y'all have absolutely no idea how many people are just afraid to speak. And I get it. I totally understand why. Totally. Because they try to do damage on your life when you tell the truth. Yes. Fear. Completely. You know, there's someone who pretended to be my sister, even though I never told her to. Someone who pretended to have my last name, even though I never gave her permission to. Like, she's sitting online right now playing old recordings from 2023, trying to prove to people. You want to know what's sad? Everything that she's playing now that I don't recognize was AI'd. I guess, you know, it's gotta suck to have to go live when all I have to do is put up a 1 minute short and you're over. Y'all are barely worth that. You're barely worth shorts. But after last night at Paperwork Party, I hope we all learned something very important. God closes your mouth when he knows you can't. You know what? There were plenty of times I closed my mouth. Until God told me not to. At least they're not pretending like they know where I am now. That I appreciate. But it's the lies. And I guess don't nobody want to be honest about it. They don't want to be honest about why they came through Paperworks Live like that to attack me for 4 hours straight. They got to get paid by the insult. Like, they really do. Because I cannot sit there and devote that much time into trying to badger someone into saying things, into bringing up names that ain't nobody talking about no more. I guess pathetic. Why do y'all care who I'm with? Why? Why do y'all care who sits with me? Why do you care about my team? Why do you care about what we're doing? I don't think it's a matter of Paperwork allowing them. I think it was a matter of Paperwork allowing me to take that time to expose a lot. And we exposed. Oh, honey, we exposed. But see, right here, I gotta finish this, but it's a members only video I'm working on. And it's got some interesting stuff on it. It's the full exposure video of what happened over on Mickey's channel, which I have no doubt will go back to the bowels of YouTube, into the deep recesses where no one will ever remember she's there again. This is lesson number 1 for you, Mickey. When somebody tries to give you good advice, you should take it. Like, that's all this is. He was sitting up there talking all kinds of crazy about me. He was sitting up there talking all kinds of nuts. Now, in the video, you're going to see all of this happening in real time. What happened when I hit that link? What happened when they left me backstage? What happened when they wouldn't bring me up? You'll be able to see me type all of these messages in. And as you can see, I told them I was filming. They just didn't know when I was going to drop the receipts. It's funny. You know that gospel quiet, the Mr. Tony man. See, the last Tony man that I knew just passed away a couple days after Angie. Dwayne Wiggins. Tony. We call him the Tony man. It's an inside joke. So now we got a new Tony man. And you short a couple Tonys too. Y'all should have heard, yes, R.I.P. to Dwayne Wiggins. Very complicated friendship for many years. Leaving him be. You know, when you've cared about someone for a long time, it really doesn't even matter what went wrong, how it went wrong, what it was all about. It doesn't even really matter. It doesn't. What matters are all the good memories, and because there's nothing to be upset about. Let there be light. I got the best porta potty in the world. Remote controls and everything. Electricity, the whole 9 yards. No, but really, like, there were a lot of great times in my friendship with Dwayne Wiggins. We can do better with the likes. Or if you don't want to use them here, you can put them on the next live. Because remember, this is all just to wake it up because they keep suppressing the notifications. Yeah. It's just wild. All those years I knew him. Me and Dwayne Wiggins known each other since 1999. I haven't even really got a chance to process all that yet. With Angie's death being so egregious. The one thing I know is that I did right by him every step of the way, even when he didn't do right by me. So it really doesn't matter what kind of friend he was. What matters is what kind of friend I was to him. And even when I started reaching out to the girls from Mindseed and talking to them, I was grateful for all of the wonderful people that I got to work with. And like, I don't think anybody, 444 in the building. I'm hoping we see that right over at the next live. And by the way, I'm not dropping a link or anything like that. Just if you're here at the channel, go to the channel and come back over. This is just to let y'all know we're there. 517 in the building. But it's definitely about the journey. If there's one thing Dwayne Wiggins knew how to do, is he knew how to spot brilliant female talent on every level. The truth is he should have been a label executive, but they would never give him the gig. They just had him out there recruiting. You know, he should have got a lot more recognition for bringing Destiny's Child to Sony Records, but he didn't. They screwed him over. I guess when it came to Dwayne, he was kind of like on his Michael Bivins. He got screwed over so bad all of those years that he just decided, fuck it, if you can't beat him, join him. 111 likes in the building. But no, seriously, this business has broken so many people that I know. There's a lot of people that just said, F it. Can't beat them, join them. So you got to give people like me credit. Because no matter how many times they've tried to beat me, I'll never join them. And they're mad. Because once upon a time, I was on my F it. And then I looked at what F it did to the community and everyone around me. It just makes me, it pisses me off. When I think about why is nobody standing up for Angie? Why is everyone so? I get it. They're big and they're bad and they're tough. And they have all the advantages. They're constantly moving the goalposts. They're constantly, and they have all that help. Happy resurrection. I get it. And then someone said in the chat last night when I said, y'all didn't care when Angie was out there telling the truth. Y'all didn't care. And then someone said, better late than never. And my response is that only works when no one died first. Michael and Diamond. She gave her kids good names. And this is going to be their first Easter, the children or grandchildren, without her. I wonder what was her favorite thing to cook for them for family. Like, is anybody realizing that? This is their first Easter without their mom. You know, they make such a big deal out of holidays here in this country. It's supposed to be all about family and whatever, but in truth, it ain't really about nothing. It's just another excuse for you to go to the store and buy a bunch of groceries to make a bunch of food. Half of it's going to get wasted. You're going to have to throw it away in the trash. You're not even going to give it to the homeless or animals. Easter egg hunts. Eggs are still a little bit too expensive for all that. They can say whatever they want to say about that woman's kids. But whatever happened, it's getting real for them right now. You got to stop celebrating holidays because all they are is just the MK Ultra tool to create this great, to do this and to do that. You know, the one thing I will say about Jehovah's Witnesses, they got it right. If they're going to celebrate something, they just celebrate it because they want to celebrate it. Not because the government told them that they had to go to the store and buy this food, which does what? Fuel the economy. And then they have to go and they have to buy all this other crap, which does what? Fuel the economy. And then they have to go and they have to be around sometimes a bunch of people they can't stand just because they're related. And then, you know, the police make their money when the fights break out and the people have to get arrested or someone gets unalived. Like, what do anybody really get out of the holidays? Other than a bunch of unnecessary calories, a potential argument with somebody that you really don't spend that much time with anyway and really don't care about. Yeah, and calories, like just calories. Meanwhile, you're spending all this money. It's straight fuckery, really. It really is. Yeshua wasn't born in December. He was born in the spring. Like Easter is actually closer to his real birthday. But see, they decided that they were going to change it to the end of the calendar year, which is actually not the real New Year. You know that, right? They changed New Year. New Year's it just passed. It was in March. And for those of us who practice the old ways and acknowledge that, yes, spring is New Year, not the winter. But they changed it, see? Because it works out better for their calendar demographics. Sure does. And this isn't my stomach. This is a blanket for anybody who wants to talk about how big and bad I am. Or for anybody who's worried about whether I'm pregnant or not. Yeshua was born nowhere near December. But see, it worked better for man. Because this way, they could force everybody to the stores and force all the consumers out into the world so they could spend the money. And then the government gets to get that money. Everything that we do here, it's provocation to get us to feed them. Christmas dinner should be every weekend with your family. Not just 1 or 3 or 4 weekends out of the year. Every weekend should be like that with your family. Every weekend. Every weekend. If you truly love your family, that's how it'll be. That's how it used to be. Every weekend. You shouldn't be encouraged to only gather and fellowship and love when it works financially for your government. But see, the more they encourage that, then it's harder to create public unrest, which creates criminals or people that are told they're criminals. Or Sunday dinners are great. Sabbath dinners are fabulous. But whatever day you decide to do it, you should want to. It should be natural. It shouldn't be forced. It shouldn't be contrived. And it shouldn't require you to be late on your bills to pull it off. Let's just be honest. There's a lot of people that are going to be late on their bills after this Easter weekend, trying to prove something. It's weird. The competition. Is she making a potato salad? You know, that kind of stuff. That part. Like, there used to be a time when, I'll never forget our family reunions. I loved when we played group sports. So much fun. Now you go to family reunions and everybody's on their phone, or they're posting, or they're streaming, or they're just on the phone, looking at somebody else post, looking at somebody else stream. People aren't even there anymore. Have y'all walked around for real, in the world and looked at what it looks like in the world? Oh, you fell asleep at 4 a.m.? It's insane. Nobody's looking up. Everybody's like this. Everybody's like this. See, back in the day, we called that a distraction. Back in the day, I can think of a few people that would have loved to catch you with your head down just like that, so they can come and get you. That's what happened to my son, Giovanni. They caught him lacking. He wasn't paying attention. And that boy Caleb ran up on him and pow-powed him 8 times all through his torso because he wasn't looking. And then he ran off like the coward that he was. Because if Giovanni had been paid attention, you probably wouldn't be here. And for that, I'm kind of grateful. Because at least my son didn't die an unaliver. But Caleb's mom, she got to be stuck with the fact that she gave birth to a trifling little piece of crap kid who by the age of 21 had already taken 3 lives that they knew of. Wow. Commonly leaving early, family is best served infrequently. But get what you're saying. See, family gatherings, family fellowship, it used to be important. We used to work for those moments, and now we work around them, we work through them. I know I misunderstood Auntie Leah, but it's not that I misunderstood. It's the fact that all of those people that showed up last night in Paperworks Live were there to antagonize me so people would see me in a bad way, because that's what they do. There's one 53-year-old, very unfortunate, ugly-looking broad. And it's funny because she's sitting there talking about me, talking crazy about me, and she is one of the ugliest women I've ever seen. She said she looked just like her father. And I said, it's a shame you weren't a boy. It's gotta be really hurtful for though, because she does have a handsome son. And her daughters are all right. They're all right. They don't look as much like her. Thank God. But it's wild because her son looks like her and he looks better than her. And I know that must eat her up alive. Oh, that Britney chick? Yeah. Beyond nasty. But see, they haven't been able to come over here and do that. They haven't been able to come over here and do that. And they haven't had any content. Like that guy that kept going live about Grace yesterday. over and over again. Just because they need me to react to it, see? That's how it works. That's how that sector has worked for 5 years. This is their job. This is how they make their money. But everyone got to, because it's been a minute since we've had to deal with that here. Oh, honey, not subscribers only, members only. It's the right choice. Look at this. And now we're getting to build a real rapport. We're getting to build a real community without all that interruption. And last night, it proved to me why. It proved to me why we're doing this. Be glad you missed it, lovely. Be glad you missed it. They were out of control. They were out of control. Dying for my attention. Begging. Yes, you are, Margie. Begging for my attention because they need me. They need me to do their dirty work for them. They need me to respond to them. They need me to do this. They need me to do that so that they can do something. Like there's this one idiot that went live for 3.5 minutes. I guess she didn't get what she needed to go live. But they put my name on the title. They just keep putting my name on the title, keep hashtagging my name. Because they need me to respond. I started my new job this week. Love the replay gang. But fear of missing out was unmet. Oh, you're not missing. You're not missing. We're going to be here. And starting tomorrow, Grace and I are going to be working on the schedule. Because now that we got this core group here, it's time to start scheduling the lives so everybody knows what's going on. And we're going to be moving forward. Tracking the pain is very important to us. And Grace is so excited. And it was wild because after we clocked out with paperwork, and there should have been 10,000 more views there, but we won't complain. I think we need to do a tracking the pain on Angie Stone too. A lot of her songs. Like the song that they had, Vertical Hold, seems you're much too busy these days, and I can't handle it. She wrote that about her actual relationship. With the guy she was in a relationship with in that group. And it became a hit record, and then that fell apart. Imagine what it's like to have all that love inside of you, all that talent inside of you, and everyone that you grow to love and care about does you dirty because they want to use you to become famous and leave you behind. 2 baby daddies. One she was married to. One she loved greatly. And that little short nigga did nothing but do a number on her. Because Michael D'Angelo Archer is, well, I'm 5'5", he about 5'7". Like, that's what I'm saying. He's a lot of bite-sized heroes out here, G. And the thing is, there was no neo soul. It was just soul. It was soul that was influenced a little bit more by hip-hop, which was influenced by jazz. People need to understand what this business did to her. Yeah, little bite-sized heroes, yeah. Like, if half of these women knew how teeny tiny a lot of these guys in the industry are, they wouldn't be so turned on. And Michael Archer is short. Let's just be clear. He is short. He's a short man. He's like music He's barely taller than Music Soul Child and Belial. And in Tank, he's another little bite-sized Tonka truck. Like, so when you think about it, and you see these men, these little men's, these little action figures. I can see how they got punked by a lot of the guys in the game. Because they about as small as the women. You know? Probably also explains, a lot of these artists' hyper masculinity and misogyny. Yeah, little paint. Little fun-sized. But at the end of the day, Angie loved Michael. Yeah, there was a huge age difference between them. But a lot of people don't like to tell the truth about that relationship. He was just as interested in dealing with her as she was with him. He was over 18. He was young. But the way they try to make the story seem, they try to make it seem like she tried to take advantage of him, which is kind of crazy. Because she helped build one of the best albums ever in soul music history. And she did it for a man that she had a child with. Did you, 12. Did you guys really go through, let me look in my community here. Let me go to my post, because I know I posted it up the other day, but I really want to shout it out. And guys, please make sure, the next live, make sure you like it. And we got 13 people waiting, so we're going to get ready to get over there. We can have more people. But they're always doing that. They're always doing it. Like, I had to post it twice. Hold on a second. Yeah, that's why I'm always posting things twice now. Twice, 3 times, whatever necessary. But where is this? Where is that post? I know I put it up just a couple days ago. Oh no, that's Auntie Leah's video. How is it doing, by the way? Oh no, that's Lala. That's the Lala video that I posted up. But I hope you guys are getting over to Auntie Leah. Come on. 800 more subscribers, because it's time for, yes, here it is. The Angie Stone story. Sacrifice to the dark music industry.
Why doesn't everyone get a 6 or 7 figure payout after?
Won't need to hear the ads. Get your money, YouTube. But the name of the channel is Beyond the Fame Celebrity. I hate it when it cuts everything off. Beyond the Fame Celebrity Stories. Now, this channel has been around since 2019, so I guess he started like right on the eve of the pandemic. But oh, he did a story on Aaliyah. I need to check that out. Wow. But this one, yes, video titled Angie Stone, Sacrifice to the Dark Music Industry. Yeah. That's it. And I put it here in the community wall. Yes, the mother. I'm so glad people are now saying that. The mother of the creation. The mother of the creation called Neo. So, yes. People really need to watch this. For whatever reason, it only has 11,000 views, and it's been up for about a week and a half. Why isn't this video viral? I really hope you guys watch this one. This is good Angie Stone content. And if we're going to say that there's an Angie Stone sector, then we need to start filling it up with all of the good stuff. This hits different for me. A picture of her when she was a little girl. Yeah, y'all need to get over there to Beyond the Fame Celebrity Stories. And it's a quick watch. It's 28-minute. Your normal sitcom. Yeah, they want scandals and all of that other stuff, but they don't ever want the truth. I know we were all reporting. Everyone was reporting. And it's just wild because everything that they were doing was against community guidelines, and it was almost like they were literally trying to get Paperwork's channel flagged, which is nuts. Anytime people start trying to cut me off, overtalk me, change the conversation, or pivot it back, it says everything I need to hear. You don't want the truth. Now, last night while I was sitting over there at Paperwork, and that, Hawaiian Silky Tony, ex-Diddy employee. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that the Quiet Gospel? Did y'all know that he was bragging over there on Mickey's channel about working for Diddy, working at Justin's, freak off, well, not freak off, but white party and such, and Diddy parties? I mean, y'all didn't know that? Yeah, he was sitting over there saying it. Dead ass. I'm just like, gee, you should stop talking. It's just, it's wild. It's just wild. When I look at all the people they protect, when I look at all the things that they do. This woman has less than 5,000 subscribers. And when they figure out how she jumped into the goofy, we love Angie. The Gospel Storm dude who said he was the Quiet Storm.
No, I don't want to. So, no disrespect.
This is what y'all got coming, members only video.
Never have, and I don't want to. So that's not my cup of tea at all. I'm on a whole different issue. No, I don't want to. So, no disrespect. Just not what I'm interested in.
She got so nervous,
so if you want to talk to
she muted up and forgot how to light a cigarette.
Auntie can't hear you at all.
It's sad when liars...
I'm so sorry. My mic was muted.
No, she was nervous.
Talking to my grandson. No, I think that we're on a good, we're on a good vibe right now. I don't want to keep it quiet. Did you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. I said we are on a good vibe right now, and I would like to keep it that way.
Someone said something. Okay. Oh, they must have heard me make the joke on the recording. I didn't say that tonight, CJ. I don't. You probably that was. I may have said reference to that on the recording, just to warm them. Okay. All right. Sure. It's up. So from what you heard there on that interview, that's not all of it. We got another hour of it left. What did you in the chat get out of that?
I have one more before that goes on.
I'm sitting backstage the whole time.
At Auntie Nikki's house, ask Quiet Storm if he knows what Angie's medical insurance is under and see what the claims say.
I cannot speak on that because that's personal.
And he doesn't know it. They sitting there asking that. They asking these people, what's the insurance claim looking like? And doesn't the boy? They were over there lining up little Michael. That's what they were doing. They were lining up Angie's son. They were sitting there talking about how the assistant and him was doing all of this. And that's why I went over there. You don't care about Angie. They were sitting over there. Listen to me. If it were me, this goofy old hoe. If it were me, I wouldn't care if it was my blood or not. If somebody did something to take me out, they need to go. That's what they were doing. They were over there lining up Angie Stone's son. I support you. I will join members when I clear up the digital nonsense and gang stalking year of Boomerang, folks. Well, listen to me. Whenever you can join, you're welcome here. See, that's why we're doing things the way we're doing things now, to keep it safe. And not just to keep me from having to constantly deal with weirdos, but to keep it safe for you guys. Because I know how these weirdos like to come through, and they like to do all kinds of things. Say all kinds of things. Just aggravating people's spirit. But it's about that time for us to get over to the other live. Like I said, the last time I was here, there were 13 people waiting. But I do this to wake it up in the algorithm because a lot of times I go live and people don't know. So this is kind of going to be the format. Before we do a live, I'm going to just do a mobile upload. Let you guys, we're buffering. Why? It's funny. Every time I pop them, every time I bring the truth to them, I'm always buffering. It's weird. But yeah, that whole video. And I gave my own, summation. And don't forget to hit your way. Thank you, Kat. But make sure you do it at that next live. Because Watch Your Back Ministries got a lot of things to say. And me and Grace is going to be in the spirit today. And this is our community, and we're going to protect it. And the best way for us to do that is to keep it members only. The people that support this channel should be the only people that get a say here. That's it. So, we're out of here. I'm going to see you over there because we're going to get into some stuff. I've been trying to keep my mouth shut because there's so many things that I want to discuss and me and Grace want to discuss. But also, we have a goal. Since everybody wants to talk about what Grace is and how Grace is and why she is, you know what I thought would be a good idea? We're going to run a goal. There's a goal set over there. Already, it's set. And if I need to, up the ante on it because we've been here for so long. Actually, let me go and check that out. Let me go check that out right quick. Because if I need to add a little more time to that goal, then that's what we're going to do. So let's see what's here. Oh, there's 2 people already in the goal. Wait a minute. Oh, wow. The goal ends in 10 minutes. And there's already 2. But you know what? I'm going to set up another one. But this goal is for 50 yellow super chats or higher. And whoever donates the most gets a free private spiritual session with Grace via Zoom. This channel. And all you have to do, I'm always going to post when we're going live over there on the community guide, the community post, and you can just go and check it out. But what I will say about Grace is, as a spiritual counselor, she's probably one of the best I've ever worked with. Her level of empathy and her love for God are just synonymous with beauty and love. And the people that she's worked with. Oh, you talking about the Angie Stone video? Yeah, it's posted on the community wall. Beyond Fame. It's Angie Stone Sacrificed by Dark Industry. Yeah, but it's right there in the community. You need to go see it. And this community, we need to make sure it gets at least 50 to 100,000 views. Make sure if you go watch it, you share it, because people need to see that. It's probably one of the more accurate pieces of content I've seen on Angie. Definitely nothing like that weirdo. Those weirdos, those geriatric weirdos. I'm going to say this before we go. This is going to be the last thing. This is YouTube. It's not Social Security. No disrespect. It's YouTube. It's for content creating. Not con or content creating. Y'all are some of the most disappointing black people I've ever seen in my life. How do you get that old with no integrity? How do you get that old and enjoy playing on someone else's top to supplement your SSI and your AARP? I'm calling y'all out for the frauds that you are. You're nothing but a bunch of gossip rags, and Angie deserves better than that. Stay away from her. Stay away from her story. Stay away from her family. And I mean all of you weirdos, especially you old weirdos. We love Angie. We love Angie. We love Angie. Paperwork put his life on the line to go and get that evidence. And he wasn't even really an Angie Stone fan. That tough, he knew of her, but he had no idea what it all was. It was just like me with the Mo 3 situation. And that's caring. When you can learn something and become completely moved and compelled to get to the truth. Well, see, that's the thing. Not everybody that grows old grows up. There's some kids that just grow old, but they don't grow up. I'm going to end it with a little joke. And here's a little, seriously. Some people grow old, but never grow up. And there's this joke. It's a music joke. And so this boy, little Johnny, he goes to his mom and he says, Mom, when I grow up, I want to be a rock star. And the mother looks at little Johnny and she says, oh, honey, you know you can't do both. You're either going to be a rock star or you're going to be a grown up, but you can't do both. And that's true in a lot of situations. There's a lot of people that grow old and never grow up. And a lot of them are right here on YouTube. And we're going to talk more about that over at Watch Your Back Ministries. And by the way, that's an inside joke. It's very shady, and I will explain it in the next live. So I want to thank you guys for coming into the check-in. All over 600 of you. I want to thank you for the 286 likes. I'm hoping that we'll be able to quickly get to 500 likes for the service. And yeah, let's go, Jaganators. I'm loving this is great. Members only, right? We get to relax. Listen to me. I know Auntie Leah's nerves are so much better now over here. Because, no, for real, it got to the point where it's just so hair trigger. You sitting there deleting the wrong people. Get them out of here. 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 The White House, Saturday Words of Wisdom. I'm about to check that out. But no, seriously. Isn't it nice? Isn't it nice? So yeah, let's keep the good vibes going. And I'll see you at the next live. Right on now. Bye. Oh, and I am going to read the geriatrics for filth. You better believe it, baby. In the name. In the name. We gonna stop and clap on the devil's head. You hear me? Because they playing on God's name, and they playing.